Pokemon's Black Bolt and White Flare has officially been revealed, and it comes with some big news as well. Thanks to PokeBeach, we got some pictures of some cards, along with some other news. We're gonna skim through, give you my opinion on the set, give you my opinion on how they're changing things up, right? Because this is the first set we've ever had with this type of news in regards to, a new rarity. Um, we got a different hollow pattern on some cards. We have big, like I said, big news about how this set's actually built out, which is very interesting. So let's get into it. All right. Well, let me say this first. Pokemon Black and White, our English set that came out in 2011, I'm pretty sure. That's around the time I wasn't really deep into Pokemon at that time. I got to be honest, but um, it doesn't mean you can't appreciate the art, you can't appreciate the cars, and you can't appreciate the Pokemon and the effort they put into this set. They did a good job. They did a good job. So let's look at it here, dudes, dudes. That's the third time now. If you've been watching, forgot to record my screen. Okay, but here we go. We got the starter: Snivy, Servine, Serperior. Cool cards. Serperior is an awesome Pokemon. I really enjoy that starter Pokemon. Might be my favorite. We got a Victini card here. He or she, whatever you want to say, has a pretty interesting card in here too, if I remember correctly. Tepig, Pignite, Emboar. Really, I mean, Emboar's a cool Pokemon. That's that's just the Pokemon's just been killing it with the artwork lately for me. They're not making it easier for this market to slow down for us at all. If you're looking for that, so I know some of us are, but the Reshiram EX looks great. Another part of the starters here in Gen 5, Oshawott, Dewott, Samurott. Look at that. Samurott's an awesome Pokemon. That's a really cool artwork. Look at that. Yeah, that looks great. That looks great. Kyurem, also a cool Pokemon. Zekrom, obviously we know Zekrom and Reshiram are going to be the main focus of this set. We'll get down here to it. Look at this. Okay, so guys, this news is crazy. Look at this. 156 Unova Pokemon will get an illustration rare or a special illustration rare in the set. All 156 Gen 5 Pokemon are going to get an illustration rare or a special illustration rare. So just think about that. There's going to be, in our English set, right? Because Black Bolt, White Flare is two different sets in Japan. They will obviously combine those two to give us our English set. Our English set is going to have, unless they change it for some reason, which they shouldn't. I don't see a world where they would make this drastic of a change with the Japanese side and not bring it to the English side. 156 illustration rares or special illustration rares. That's obviously never been done before. That's crazy. Now I could be definitely ignorant to another set that has more, but if I remember, the latest set I can think of that has a ton of whatever illustration rares, special illustration rares, would definitely be what, Paldea Evolve? Doesn't it have like 36 or 37 illustration rares? This is 156 illustration rares and special illustration rares. Every single Pokemon. I mean, the whole two sets is 156, right, of the Gen 5 Pokemon. Every single one of them is going to get illustration rares or a special illustration rare. Crazy, but really cool. I mean, come on. They're, and the thing about it is, say you're not a Gen 5 fan, and I'm not, I wouldn't consider myself a Gen 5 fan because I didn't grow up with Gen 5. I wasn't really necessarily like really into the hobby at the time. Like I opened some Black and White, but barely, right? And so I have no like connection to Gen 5 Pokemon. So, that could sway somebody to not be too interested in a strictly Gen 5 set, right? But the fact that they're like throwing in 156 illustration rares or special illustration rares, regardless of how you feel about the Pokemon, I mean, that's just going to draw attention and excitement to a set, even if you weren't too interested in the Pokemon in the set. In the artworks, I mean, look at these artworks. Look at this. That is gorgeous. It kind of reminds you of, well, like a Bulbasaur, a Venusaur, an Ivysaur card, right? Oh, it's beautiful. That is a beautiful card. And then, you know, Serperior, awesome. Emboar, this is, I'm guessing all. I would guess that all the final stages of the starters are going to be SIRs or SARs. Oh no, it said right there it's art rare. So Emboar is an art rare. Okay, let's look at the Serperior. Yeah, it's a SAR. Well, that's weird. Samurott, also an art rare. I wonder why. I wonder why they wouldn't do all the starters as SIRs. Interesting. That's an interesting choice. We'll see how that goes. I mean, you know, you're going to have your pick of 156 different IRs or SIRs, right? So, I mean, hard to complain, but that is a little strange because I would love to see this Samurott in an SIR. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Hopefully they do something different with these two starters here then. Okay, here's the pack art. I mean, the pack art looks awesome. You can't go wrong with black and white. Like, something about just black, white, keep it clean, put two iconic Pokemon on there and forget about it, right? Awesome. Reshiram, Zekrom. These packs here are something really different for Japan. Now, I could be totally wrong, and I could make myself look like an idiot here. I don't know if they've ever done this. Put 35 cards in a pack and guarantee a art rare in there. I don't know if they've ever done that, but that's interesting. That's cool. This is another thing. So in the black and white era, they had a horizontal hollow pattern. So instead of being, you know, whatever, pick your era or pick your set, the pattern, like the lines here, I'll show you. Let's take a look at it. If you can see, that might not be that's not as good of an example as this is the old school one. If you look closely here, you can tell the lines are going like, well, horizontal, right? So I guess it was a hollow pattern exclusive to the black and white era, the English set. So they're bringing that back for this, which is cool. A little homage to the old set. So that's pretty sweet. But my takeaway from this set is that it just shows you that Pokemon's like it's not slowing down. Like when I first heard the announcement that the next set would be a special set and it would be black and white and it would be Gen 5, I thought, okay, this might be a point where the hype will die down a little bit. Because, comment down below, let me know if I'm wrong. I don't necessarily think that Gen 5 is a killer gen. Not to me, at least, right? Obviously, there's people out there who grew up with Gen 5 and they love Gen 5 and they couldn't be happier with this set. And it's not that I'm not happy with it. I just thought that it could be a moment that would slow down the boom, the hype, just a little bit. But with the announcement of the 156 IRs and SIRs, the way the artwork looks on those cards, I don't think this is slowing down anytime soon. You got the black and white. You got SV11, I think, will be the last. Excuse me, will be the last set of Scarlet and Violet, and then we got the 30th anniversary. We're gonna have megas, and that's gonna take us into the next block. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna go. So it's not. I don't see it slowing down anytime soon, and I'm super excited for this set. When I read the news and I saw the cards and I just soaked in all what was coming along with this set. I was very excited, very pleased, because again, when it first announced, I was like, okay, I'm sure it'll be cool enough and it'll be, a mediocre set for the Scarlet and Violet era. But man, they really just threw a wrench into all that thinking with all 156 IRs and SIRs, and just changed up the game. right? Made it crazy, made it interesting, regardless what you think about the Pokemon or the art. Like, I guess the only worry you could have is when you, hmm, yeah, I don't like how are the pull rates going to be? Like, if you're looking for a specific IR, how hard is it going to be to actually get that IR? Because if you got, 156 cards to go through before you find the one you want, how many packs are you going to have to rip, right? And there's guys out there that do that run those numbers. Danny Phantom's one of them, right? So Pokemon they know what they're doing. I mean, they've been killing it lately. So this, I'm super excited for this set. There are some Pokemon in here that I really enjoy and recognize, obviously, and are looking forward to getting their cards. But a lot of these Pokemon, honestly, I don't even know. It's like I said, Gen 5 is not a generation that I was like really up on. But just looking at these arts, it's like, regardless if we think about the Pokemon, they're beautiful artwork on these cards. So super excited for this set. Let me know down in the comments, guys. What do you think about this? How do you feel about the 156 IRs and SIRs? To be honest, it's fascinating. It's interesting, but I'm like a little nervous to see how it goes when you start ripping these packs. It's like, again, if you're looking for a certain card, how hard is it going to be to actually get that card, considering that you have so many IRs and SIRs that are going to be in the set? It'll be interesting. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Let me know down in the comments how you feeling about Black Bolt and White Flare. They're going to combine these two, make our special set, and again, it'll be interesting. At least Pokemon's making it exciting, regardless of what you think about Gen 5 Pokemon. So let me know down in the comments how you guys feeling about it. Leave a like, I would appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.